Today we're going to be talking about the Marlin XT22 as a survival rifle, bug out rifle. The reason why I like this rifle is because it has a minimum of moving parts. It's stainless steel, so it is a little better for the weather. It has iron sights, synthetic stock, and by it being a synthetic stock, we have plenty of room in the buttstock to store things. So let me kind of show you what I've done to this. So it kind of made it a grab and go gun, so you're covered with everything. I have the padded strap on it, which I've added a few pieces of old Era, and I put 22 shells in them. I've got a plastic bag with our aluminum foil in it. Down on the end, I have my compass, whistle, thermometer. Up on the front is what we're going to concentrate on first. To show you what we've done is we have wrapped it with paracord, and then underneath of it I want to show you what we've done. Alright, so there is approximately 23 feet of paracord here. This is the 550 paracord, and underneath of it I have two cut off arrow shafts. Now this paracord has one outer piece, and then inside is 7 inner. So you can use them for fishing, setting snares, anything like that. Guess we should have done a time elapse on this. Let me get on the end here and see if I can spin it a little faster to get it to move. Maybe if I work these loose and get those to come out, that'll let all this slide up a little easier. How about that? Like I said, what we did is we've got 23 feet of paracord. Now, each one of our arrow tubes, it's just, we took a standard compound arrow. These are Easterns, and what we did was I cut them to 10.5 inches in length, and then we put duct tape on the ends, and I filled them with, as you can see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 22 shorts. Now these tubes, if you have to, the duct tape is good for just patching little holes in your tent or whatever. The tubes can be used for drinking straws, or it'll give you a little extra reach to reach in to blow those sparks on your fire, to get your fire going. That keeps your face away. We like to use things that have multiple applications. Alright, what I like about this gun is it is tube fed. It holds, I think it's 17 22 long rifle and 25 22 shorts. We have a scope mounted on it, but we've got it so we can take it off. It does have iron sights. The reason we want a bolt action is because there's fewer parts to break. And if you're out somewhere where you cannot get to someone that can fix it, then you don't want a lot of parts, moving parts. And that's what you're going to get off of your semi-automatics. And like I said, with it being tube fed, I don't have to worry about a magazine. And it holds a lot more ammo. To get that much ammo in a semi-automatic, I would have to have a big long magazine on it, a banana clip. Also, what we have is we have our jet whistle. And then down on the end here, we have a big piece of duct tape. And underneath of that is, see, we can use that on our boots, tent, tarps to patch holes. This is a Sears Craftsman. It's just basically a little flat screwdriver, has different bits in it. The reason I put it on here is because I can use it to remove the screws in the stock. Okay, so as we do that, we're going to talk about the reason why we like the synthetic stocks. Because we can use them to store extra things. And let's just see what all we've got stored in here. Take that out. So what we have is we have a miniature Bic lighter. We have a button compass. We have a little piece of plastic that has some fish hooks in it. We have a longer piece of duct tape for patching holes. We have a candle. We have a spinner for fishing. We have a cloth to clean our lenses on our scope. We have the Swiss Army knife. This is the executive model, so it comes with tweezers. It has toothpick. We have scissors, file, in case we need to sharpen things as well. We have our small blade, our long blade. And the thing about the Swiss Army knife, this is the Victorinox. The Victorinox tend to hold and keep an edge a lot longer than most other knives. And that's why I like them. And then the last one is just your orange peeler. But you can kind of use it as a little bit of saw, because it does have edges on it. Also, what we have is we have a magnifying glass for starting fires. We have snare wire. And we have our little first aid kit in here. We have triple antibiotic ointment. We have some sting relief pads. We have sterile band-aids. We have wound seal. Now, I have an Allen wrench, and that is used to take our scope off in case it breaks or fogs up. That's why we have the iron sights that we can fall back on. I have another one to remove the gun from the stock if we have to. Let's see what else we have down in here. We have another little compartment that carries some survival stuff in it. We have it duct taped, and we like the extra duct tape. So we have a smaller magnifying glass, more antibiotic. We have some Goodies headache powder. We have a oversized yellow, bright yellow balloon that we can use. Fire starter, Ferris rod. And then we have a whole lot of 22s. Okay, so what we have is we have about 300 22 shells. Now I've broken them up because what I have is I have the high-speed CCI stingers at 1640 feet per second. I have the Remington golden bullets at 1240 feet per second. And then I have some smaller Remington CBEES. They are low velocity. I think they're 710 or 780 feet per second. So, like I said, they're a little shorter. And then we have, all in all, we have about 80 of the 22 shorts. So if we laid them in our hand, you could see the casings are a whole lot smaller, or I should say shorter, in the 22 shorts. So we have 4 different ones and sizes, and we have plenty in there. So if I grab the gun and I'm in a hurry and I need to go, I know that I have everything I need. I've got a little bit of first aid kit. Like I said, I've got my snare wire, candle. I can use the thinner line out of the paracord for fishing line. So I've got some hooks. I like a Bic lighter simply because it has a constant flame to it, and they'll just last a long time. But you know, I do have the rod just in case. Okay, that is why I like the Marlin XT22. It tends to carry an awful lot of stuff inside your hollow stock. As you can see, it's pretty deep. It's going to add a little more weight to it, but you know that when you grab that gun and take off out the door, you've got everything you need. Like I said, we've got our jet whistle as a backup. We have other whistles. You can take these off, put them in your pocket. Okay, remember, stay tuned. I'm always doing pistol, rifle, and shotgun reviews. We might get into knives a little later. Sometimes I get a chance, I take them to the gun range so you can see what everything is and how it comes together. Like I said, we do have our iron sights as a backup, 2-fit. It's nice and smooth on the bottom. And like I said, the stainless steel tends to hold up better than what your regular bluing does. There's less chance of rusting. If it's anything like my 70mm mag, which is also on my YouTubes where I did the review on it, I've got it soaking wet, and it stayed wet for up to 2 weeks before I shook it off and dried it, and I never had any problem with it. The only other thing I could do in adding with this might be like a boar snake or some kind of brush I could tie on to the end of the paracord to clean the barrel, because 22 shells are a little dirty. Okay, in the information down below the video, I'm going to put exactly how many feet per second each one of the bullets are, what the speed is on them. Some of these are hollow tip, I should say hollow point. I've got some lead only because they'll mushroom a little better. I prefer the copper jacketed bullets. And you can see the different sizes. Okay. Thanks for staying tuned.